Hey everybody, let's talk about getting a growl and flutter tongue effect on the trumpet. These are sounds that I use pretty regularly to add extra texture to my playing and something that should be in every brass player's arsenal. Let's get into it. Honestly, I use these pretty instinctively and in the moment, and I don't encourage anyone to overthink or force these techniques. But I definitely spent considerable time practicing each one of these and adding them into my playing. Like most things, it'll become more natural in time and you'll find creative ways to use these sounds to augment your playing. This is usually pretty challenging for students when they first begin, so I'm hoping this video gets you off to a good start. Let's start off with the growl. To get this sound, I like to physically growl and sing a pitch either prior to putting the horn on my face or while I'm in the middle of playing. I remember standing next to Wynton Marsalis in a master class and I could hear him aggressively growl before the horn even hit his face. I've definitely heard this similar effect from others in the middle of playing, so the pre-growl isn't necessarily a requirement. Now I'm going to practice my growl just with my voice kind of singing and growling at the same time. I'm not aiming for any particular pitch, I'm just trying to sound really aggravated. Alright, so now I'm going to put together the air attack on the trumpet along with that growl, but I'm going to start out with the growl first. Yeah, I know it sounds pretty crazy, but that's how I'm able to get that effect to come through the horn. Again, kind of doing this pre-growl approach, growling with my voice, and then blowing air through the trumpet. It's going to take you some time to get comfortable with this. Just make sure you experiment and give yourself a few days, if not a few weeks, to really get comfortable with combining both playing and growling. We can also practice playing a note and then starting the growl mid-note. It's a similar concept, but once again, it just requires some time, patience, and control. I'm going to start out by playing and sustaining a G. While I'm sustaining that G, I'm going to go once again, just trying to get that growl to come in the middle of the note. So once again, I'm kind of singing / growling. To me, that really gives me the ultimate effect, and it creates like some really strong dissonance, but I'm trying to make sure I maintain the sound of that G the whole time. I'm going to try doing an air attack on a G while growling at the same time. Alright, let's talk about the flutter tongue now. The flutter tongue produces an effect kind of like a growl or even more like a press roll on a snare drum. So much like the growl, it may take a while to nail this, so please be patient with yourself. I produce the sound by making a sound like using my voice and then duplicating that sound through the trumpet. Another approach is to focus on the feeling of the tongue on the roof of your mouth, using your tongue muscles and air to rapidly move your tongue like a press roll on a snare drum. Whichever approach we use, we should be able to get the tongue to rapid fire on the roof of our mouth using a combination of our air and our tongue muscles. We're going to try this 3 different ways. The first one is to produce the flutter in my mouth and then do an air attack through the trumpet. Now I'm going to try sustaining a long tone and then add the flutter in the middle of the note. The last approach is going to be to do the flutter tongue and the air production at the same time. Now, we always do have the option of combining any techniques. I'll be honest, I don't usually do this. I tend to lean more towards the singing growl, but we're here. Why not try it together and experiment a little bit? Here's an air attack on G. Here's a growl with that G. Here's a growl with a flutter tongue on that G. It's pretty gross. For me, the main time that I use either a growl or flutter tongue is when I'm playing with a plunger mute. If you're new to the plunger mute, I'll link my plunger tutorial in the description below. My advice is to accurately deal with each technique separately before you attempt combining them. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and you want to make sure that you're being intentional with how you approach any new technique. So hopefully now you're getting comfortable with producing either a growl or flutter tongue, or maybe even a combination of both through the trumpet, and you can start to experiment. Which sound works best for you? Is there a different approach that works better for you in either the upper or lower register? Allow yourself the time to be curious and experiment until it feels natural to you. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and give it a like and share it with a friend. And if you want to see more videos like this in your feed, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.